I said I was just gonna wait and press record, and then I'm like, action.
Oh, okay.
He sat here with his hand like this for
The whole
like,
time.
and he missed it. He missed his hand
I missed it.
for like 10
It
minutes.
wasn't as
I
loud.
thought you were waiting to like get the snap or
Oh,
something.
no.
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so that beat, didn't it?
Too long season.
I just
It's just like 62.
okay. So this one's not too bad. This one's pretty easy, okay? Because this one can be rearranged, right? What's the base here? The base. It's a common log, so what's the base? 10. So this problem is basically 10 squared equals 3x minus 5. I can just change that back into its exponent form, and I can solve it. Okay, solve it. What's 10 squared? Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, whoops. Spoiler alert. Okay, and then I need to add 5, which I already did in my head. And then divide by 3. So those are pretty easy, right? You don't have to do anything to it. That's pretty easy. Okay, try this one. How about, let's do this one. 9x plus 1. So log of 9x plus 1 equals something. It equals 3. So this becomes 10 to the third equals 9x plus 1. What's 10 to the third? Yeah. And then subtract 1. 999 is 9x. Right? Looks like what? Okay. Alright, now sometimes they're a little bit uglier, but I still don't think they're hideous. Okay? Oh, I love logarithms. It's my favorite thing all year. Uh-huh. Yep. Makes me scared. Okay, so on this one, we're gonna solve this one exactly the same way that we solved the other one, but we have to combine these two first. So how do you combine subtraction? What does it become? Division, right? So that's gonna be log 2x over x minus 3 equals 1. Okay, so now just switch it back. 10 to the first power equals 2x over x minus 3. You have a rational equation. So cross multiply, so it's 10 times x minus 3 equals 2x. And x minus 30 is 2x. Do some rearranging. We have what? 8x equals 30. And then divide by 8. X is 15 over 4. 10 minus 2. Yeah. 40 divided by 8 is 5. We'll pretend that never happened. Yeah, except that it's, it's gonna go on YouTube for the world to see, but that's okay. You and I will keep pretending that it never happened. They don't know your name, probably. say your Twitter handle so they won't
Oh,
know.
that's pretty.
Okay, there you go.
Or Facebook or whatever.
Alright. You just live in a cave in the flattest part of the world called Manila, Arkansas. 72442. Okay, go ahead. Alright.
Yeah, they're requesting your address and your social security number.
Yeah. Alright, this one does get a little more involved. 2x2. More. Oh,
Like people listen to our recordings just to like the commentary. Faces.
Oh, I used to shoot this guy.
Like if he's kidding.
Alright.
Wants me to unwittingly be like a YouTube star, you know.
And Miss Austin get all the money off of it.
Okay, so this one, here's what we're gonna do. Addition means what?
Both ways.
Okay, so I'm just gonna rewrite this side. Over here, I have to multiply 2x plus 2 and x minus 2. We know how to do that, right? Let's see. 2x squared. And that's going to be -4. And it's going to be 2x. Okay. Now this is your one-to-one property. We wrote this down, and what's today? Wednesday. We maybe wrote this Monday or Friday. I can't remember. No, we didn't. Or Thursday. Maybe Monday. Yeah, because Friday was our can't lose 3-day thing. But this is the one that says if like this natural log equals this natural log, or even log, then A equals B. So I'm saying the natural log of this equals the natural log of this. So in that case, these two have to be equal to each other. That's a one-to-one property. We wrote those. You have what did we write that? 7? The 7. Okay. January 7. That's what they rewrote. Alright? And then from here you just solve it. So it's a quadratic, so I need to make it equal 0. 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. I'm trying to factor it in my head. I think I'm gonna have to write it down. 4 minus 8. Yeah, I'd shave everything over. Yeah. Okay, so -24 and -5 would be 8 and 3, right? Yes. Yes. 2x squared minus 8x plus 3x minus 12. Morning, sunshine. Hey, sunshine.
That keeps me late.
Did you ride together or just happen to get here?
No, we pulled up at the same time.
And you were in the parking lot and you were like,
And Haley was like, oh my god, what are the odds? Yeah, I was like, we can just skip. No.
No, I was just thinking I've gotten the slowest street race possible.
alright. So then that means x is a -3 over 2, or x is 4. Okay. Now, in this case, notice up here, linear, 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 right? But I have two answers. One of these could be extraneous. You remember from way back what an extraneous solution is?
Nope.
Okay. It's an answer that's not really an answer. That's the Hartford definition. That's not the actual definition. But we've done everything right. So these are the answers. But one of them may not work back in the original problem. So you have to check it. You have to check it in the problem. So, you want to try 4 first? Okay. So that's going to be...
I mean, if you just knock out one of them. So if 4 doesn't work, then...
They could both work.
Oh.
So that's what? 8 plus the 10 plus natural log of 2. So yeah, because that's going to be 20 and 20. So 4 is good. Now let's look at negative 3 halves. So, negative 3 halves. That's going to be, I'm not doing that in my head.
I think your
Not
bread
working
might
yet.
explode if you do that.
It's 3.5. And that's going to be 2, that's going to be 3, I think. Oh my goodness. See, I can't even put it in the calculator. And that is, no, because that's negative 4.5. That's not going to equal each other. So this one does not work. Negative 4. Okay. Alright. Sure, I have that written down. Okay, let's look at these 3 examples that we've done and talk about what we did to them, okay? You can do 3 or 4. Okay, so for these 2, they were pretty much exactly the same. What did we do with these 2 problems? Yeah, we just changed them back, right? So what's up with this problem that I can change it back, but I can't just change this one? Right, it has, on both sides, it has a log or a natural log or whatever on both sides. Okay, so this one, I just changed it back. This one, really, I just changed it back, right? What, you have to do a couple steps first. But when it has a log or a natural log on both sides, what do you need to aim for? This step right here, you need to, or this property, this one-to-one property, you need to try and get it to say, okay, this natural log equals that natural log, or this log equals that log, so you can use that one-to-one property. Okay, well, if their logs are equal, then they have to be equal, and set them equal and soft. Okay? So that's your goal. That's what you're trying to do. I'm going to give you the papers, and we're just going to look at a few problems. We're not going to actually work them yet. We will, but we're just going to look at them, and I want you to see if you can tell me what you should do. Okay? I'm not doing 41. I'm just doing one that's almost exactly like it. Same process. Same process, but different numbers. Okay, first it's at 2 out of the bottom. So you're going to have 2 to the x plus 2 to the negative x equals 6. Alright, now we need to clear the negative exponent. So what we're going to do, we're going to multiply everything times 2 to the x. Because that will get rid of the negative x. Because you remember your exponent rules? When you're multiplying, you add the exponent. So when I add a negative x and a positive x, it's going to get rid of it. Okay? So that's going to be our next thing to get rid of it. And if you'll notice on this page, every one of these has an x and a negative x. From 41 to 48. See that? They all have that. So I'm not working on the exact problem off here, but it's almost the exact same process for each of these. Okay, different numbers. Alright, so let's multiply times 2 to the x. So this one becomes like 4, right? But I don't want to write 4 because I really want to try and keep everything in a base of 2. What's another way of writing 4? 2. Okay, so I'm going to write 2 to the 2x. That's what I'm going to write. This one's going to be
1.
why is it? It's actually it is 1. Why is it 1?
Exponent 0.
Right. It ends up being to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is what? Okay. Alright.
Strategy, play stupid, and wait for your chance to be smart.
Been waiting all year for that question.
Yes.
Alright. Just leave that just like this and just like that and you'll see why in just a second. Okay. In fact, I'm gonna rewrite this one. Now we're gonna do, remember way back when we had factoring, quadratic, what do we call it? Factoring in quadratic form. It wasn't a quadratic, but it mimicked a quadratic, and we would use u. Remember that? That was at the very beginning. We're gonna say that u is 2 to the x. So what would that make this? Right. Now it's so much easier to solve. We've got u squared minus 6u plus 1 equals 0. I'm sure everyone can think of two numbers that will multiply to equal 1, but add to be... Wait a minute. No. Backwards. Yeah, it actually does. Yeah, use quadratic formula. Because there are no numbers that multiply to equal 1 and add to be anything except 2. You have to use quadratic. 4 0. Well, you have to be a negative 1 then. That's not a negative 1, is it? No. Alright, so a negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a minus c all over c times a. So I'm looking at 36 minus 4, right? Which is 32. Not really. A 4. So that's going to be 3 plus or minus 2 square root of 2. You can check these in your calculator. Put this exact thing in your calculator, but you have to do it 2 times. You can't put plus or minus in your calculator. Okay? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Does everybody have the strictness? Because I have to move it. Alright, So, are you sure you have it written? I'm erasing it. Okay. So, this is u, and u is 2 to the x. So that means 2 to the x, 2 to the x. We'll just take the log of both sides. And x equals log of 3 plus 2 square root of 2 over the log of 2. And same thing over here. On your calculator, when you put this in, when you type log, it's going to open up a parenthesis that you have to close. But on your calculator, if you have, like mine has the old operating system on it, so when I hit square root, it opens up another parenthesis. You may have to arrow out of the square root if you have a newer calculator. Either case, just be careful that this gets shut right here, and then you hit the divided sign and put that. But you should get, on both of these, you get 2.5431. One of them's positive and one of them's negative. See if you can get that in your calculator and get those two numbers.